Hello everybody. Today we are continuing on with our power rules, but today we're going to be talking about this with multivariate products. Remember, whenever we're using the prefix multi, that means many. So we're going to have many variables or more than one variable in these problems. Just a reminder here, this is our power of a product rule where we are essentially more or less distributing in this exponent sitting outside of our parentheses into all of the terms. It doesn't matter how many terms are inside the parentheses, but you distribute that to each of the terms, okay? So remember, xy to the mth power would be x to the m times y to the m. Now, here is our first example. We are getting negative 2xy to the third, all of that to the fifth power. Now, using our power of the product rule, we are going to distribute in this exponent from the outside. Now, remembering, there is an invisible exponent of 1 right there, and then also that invisible exponent of 1 next to the x. There is that third exponent in there, but let's see what this looks like. Now, I want you guys to be extra careful whenever we are utilizing a exponent with a negative number. It is so important that you guys put the parentheses around those numbers. If we didn't have this there, if we were to just take negative 2 to the fifth power, that would mean that we take 2 to the fifth power first and then apply the negative based on our PEMDAS. But really, because it's already inside parentheses, we're going to keep using those parentheses and have negative 2 to the fifth power. And then I'm going to continue on. X, 1 times 5 to the fifth power. And then we're going to work with our y's. Just like we use with the power of the power rule, we are going to multiply 3 times 5, which we know is going to be 15. Now let's talk about what negative 2 to the fifth power is. You guys are more than welcome to use a calculator, but if we remember, because this is a negative number sitting inside of our parentheses and we have an odd numbered exponent, we know right off the bat that it's going to be a negative answer. And I know that negative 2 to the fifth power is negative 32, and then x to the fifth, and then y, 3 times 5, is 15. And there we have it. Negative 2xy to the third to the fifth power is equal to negative 32 x to the fifth, y to the 15th. Awesome. Let's go ahead and do one more example for you guys. This time it is going to be 8u to the third power times w to the fourth power, all of that squared. Now, just like before, we remember that this 8 here has an invisible 1 exponent right next to it. So I'm going to write this out, 8. And using our power of the power as well as power of the product rule, I know that I am multiplying this exterior exponent times the exponents inside. So 1 times 2 is 2. And then u, 3 times 2. And then w, 4 times 2. If I go ahead and simplify this, I know that 8 squared is 64. I know that u to the 3 times 2 is u to the 6th power. And then I have w to the 4 times 2, which is to the 8th power. There you have it. Much easier than writing it all out every time. Thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.